Hey everybody, this video is kind of a different one because it's a flashback to about 7 years ago. Just recently I saw a post on one of the Facebook groups where somebody had found some images that I had posted up about 7 years or so, and then they posted them up as fresh, and then they shared the story behind it. And then I realized, hey, wait a second, I never posted a video about this find. So I went through my archives, and sure enough, I still have the video and some of the stills from this amazing rescue of a period hot rod and a couple of awesome Model Ts. So follow along here and you will see me, 7 years younger, doing the same thing I'm doing today, chasing history on wheels. Good Sunday to everybody out there. This is Randy with Carchaeology, and I've got a good adventure going on here this morning. I've got Indiana Bones here, my sidekick, and we are rolling. I'm going to meet up with some friends that have their trucks and trailers, and we're going to roll up to Riverside, California, where there's an assortment of vintage Fords, antique Fords actually, that have been sitting there for a long time. And I think you're really going to dig it. So we're going to try to pick up 3 cars today. We'll see how that goes. And who knows what else. I think we actually might have more trucks and trailers than we need. So you know what happens there. You can't run around with an empty trailer. So in any case, follow all this action here today. I'll be posting stuff up and we'll put it all into a video to share later on. But we are going to dig them up today.
Right here all this time. You want to try? Yes, yeah. Look, that's original dust.
Oh, I like the little gray one.
That tractor's cool. Yeah. That was, I guess, the last project he was working on, and he rebuilt it. It's all new tires and everything on it, and it should go.
Is that a 9N?
It's I think it's an 8N.
Cherokee motor in there. This is unbelievable.
So we got the Model Ts in the backyard, but around the side yard, there's something even cooler. This little Model A Ford, the gentleman got right after World War II, and it was his little hot rod. Had a flathead V8 in it, which is on the side of the house. There's some great photos of him with this car from back in the day. It's got juice brakes on it, and later tranny, little speed center sign. And this one's going to be a blast. I don't think it's going to go soon.
Come on!
It's rolling.
It's in gear. So,
A little air will go a long way. I should wait till it gets that pumped up.
yeah.
So Seb got the first drive.
Yeah. 2. You need to place 2 at one time.
2. Oh, that's easy. Are those holding air at all?
This one, this is the last one.
Just can't get any air in there.
I don't see anything blocking it. I got it, I was just...
Oh, it's that 2-speed rear axle. Yeah.
Go this way a little bit, and then straight. That way a little more. All right, you're good right there. Good? Yep. You almost got it, son. It's gonna come.
I'm coming. Oh yeah, I got it.
Sounds like it's in gear.
Yeah, it is turning over.
Clean room over here.
Got lots of room. How far up? We gotta grab over those.
Are we good on the back or not?
If you go in a little bit, tiny bit more would be great.
Hold it. It's small. Okay, my hands out.
All right. Got your 32 grill shell and your headlights and your hood and the radiator for that Model A. And right in the back of the trailer is that flathead tucked in there with the Model T. So yeah, if we can move that, then we can get over to the A. Chase was saying there was a raccoon inside this thing when he was in here, and he jumped right out. Scared the hell out of him.
Oh, shoot.
I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah. Things had a little bit of welding done on it, huh?
It has.
Here and there, keeping it.
But this was totally his hot rod back in the 40s when he got done with the war. She's got some fantastic pictures of him with it. It had back fenders on it, but no front fenders in a couple of the photos.
Yeah.
But him standing there with his
pride and
with
joy.
his jeans and his t-shirt and the whole thing. I mean, it's just classic California stuff. And this thing's always been in Riverside, apparently. Same with the family.
Yeah.
Anything in there?
Yeah, that looks like gold.
Oh, look at that! It's rusty gold.
That is gold.
It's gold.
Diamonds
You've hit
in
it,
the rust.
Ridgeville.
Hold up. Actually.
Stop. We need to.
We need to pull ahead.
We need to go. Alright, like this, we have to go off now.
Hold on. Let me push it this way a bit more. Hold on a second.
Okay, looks like the bell housing is.
We're going to have to grade to the left a little. Turning.
Slam there.
Okay, that's all.
job well done. Thanks to everybody that was helping to make these cars make the transition from their home in Riverside to the lab here. And here we go with the hood and grill and everything just kind of set on it, fenders in place. You can do a little walk around of this amazing period hot rod that has been frozen in time since the 1960s. And what a car it is, and what a story it was. I mean, certainly this was fresh from the source. This car was always in the Riverside area. Apparently it belonged to this gentleman's family prior to the war, and when they came back from the war, he and his brother took it on as a project to hot rod it and run around the streets of Riverside with it in the 1940s and 1950s. Love some of the period details, the steering drop on it, looking at the license plate here, black California plates on it that looks like it was last registered about 1965, 66 maybe. Lots of awesome period bits to it, certainly. That trans is a 39 Ford Trans by the look of it. Certainly the third two grill is a nice classic addition to the car. The headlights as well were something that were really commonly used, these BLC headlights back in the day. Simple black upholstery on the seat, just a basic steering wheel, nothing fancy going on there, push button starter, and let's see, the odometer here, it's all 9s. Looks like somebody's trying to reset that perhaps. But definitely cool. Amp gauge in place, V8 logo on the shift knob was super cool. The patina on this thing just absolutely blew me away. Absolutely loved this. That speed center decal in the window, spectacular. The roof, somebody had screwed on sheet metal over the top instead of having the soft roof that would have had in the center. And the way that everything aged was just absolutely spectacular. It was home to a wicked little black widow that was quickly dispatched, but the rest of the car ended up being a really nice project to go through and preserve and find all the pieces for and get it back together. And that certainly was the plan. Now, the coolest part to me, of course, is the history. Frank and his brother Fred, they were twin brothers that went to World War II. When they came home from World War II, they got into the typical SoCal car culture. Here's a 39 or 40 Ford that they had back in the day. Here's the hot rod back when it had the front fenders off of it, running Mercury hubcaps and trim rings on it. We found those pieces in the stash. Here's Frank and Fred later on. And here is Frank's wife, Mary. And I'm so thankful for her to let me be the next caretaker of these incredible cars. Now, this was 7 years ago now, and I do understand that Mary has since passed. She made it to 94. Now, the cars I took one at a time to spend a little time with and make them the best that they could be. The Model T Touring was the car that Frank and Mary used most often for parades and things like that. And despite being sitting outside and under the trees and stuff, it cleaned up amazingly well. Here I've got the kids involved with me cleaning this baby off. And shortly we will fire it up and you can hear that little engine come to life. The 1919 Model T is clean and up, beautiful. What a great little car. I freaking dig this thing. Look how nice those seats came out. It's just nuts. This thing was sitting under a tree. It was covered in leaves. It looked like hell. Now it looks like heaven. I think I should drive it. See, ignition on. Started right up, didn't it? Oh. Come on, Indy. Come on. Come on. What a beautiful car this turned out to be. Detailing this thing up, getting it running and driving was an absolute blast. And I had some serious fun with this car. Sebastian and I took it on the Horseless Carriage Club holiday motor excursion. It was a really fun adventure of driving this car out there with a bunch of other period machines.
Let's go, Dad.
Loaded it up with the dogs and family, and we had a lot of fun. And eventually this car found a new home and went on to the next stuff. But this was certainly the nicest car out of the bunch as far as condition, and the most easiest to revive.
Love it.
The Model T Roadster there, the little turtle deck car, I did some cleanup on that. We did get that up and running and driving. It did not run and drive quite as nice as the other one did, but it had some great period accessories on it. It had the 2-speed Ruxta rear end. It had these cool helper springs on the front suspension that were really awesome. And it too found a very good home with somebody that was going to restore it and have a blast with it. Now, the Model A hot rod is the one that got away as far as I'm concerned. I really wished I would have kept that, especially now having another hot rod. But it was cool to put this thing back together and, of course, to see the history and share the history with the world. Now, this was featured on Barn Find Hunter with Tom Cotter. That was super cool to have him come out. And for whatever reason, I never put this video together to share with all of you. So now I have. Here you go. All three cars and the departure of the hot rod from the lab. This car ended up going off to Europe to a hardcore hot rod collector, and he promised to keep it original. So there you go. Bye-bye.